Growing up, I've always wanted to do something where I would be able to help people. I actually always wanted to be a firefighter. I always wanted to be a police officer. It didn't come to be realized, and a lot of that was due to the fact that I have a hip condition. Anytime I would overexert myself, anytime I would stand for an extended period of time or walk for an extended period of time, I would feel a lot of pain once I took a little bit of a break, and I wouldn't be able to walk normally. There was always a diagnosis from the doctors as well that I would get arthritis in both of my hips at around the age of 30 or 40, quite early on. And so I think this brought a lot of uncertainty. It brought a lot of fear in my life. What was my life going to look like when I get older? Am I going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life? Am I going to be bedridden? Who's going to love me? I felt, like I was kind of let down. I think a big part of my childhood, I encountered a lot of bullying just because of my stature. A lot of emotions came with the uncertainty of my hip, a lot of kind of sadness. It just felt like I would never, with this diagnosis, I would never get to where I had hoped that I would be able to go. Growing up, I would go to church with my family. My entire family would go to church all together. And what I experienced at my church, what I experienced in the community, that was radically different from what I experienced at school. While I was at church, I just felt a sense of love and belonging and acceptance. It didn't matter who I was. It didn't matter what I was going through. In fact, I remember going through a couple surgeries because of my hip. And after those surgeries, there would always be such love and support and care that would come. They didn't see me as someone who was different from everyone else, but they saw me as just another child of God. It really showed me that there was a God who loved me for who I was. That the things that people said about me, that the loneliness that I felt, that the loneliness I felt, that the worth that I felt, with this condition, it wasn't the truth, but that the truth was God created me the way that He intended to create me. So my faith, it really showed me what my true identity is. That my identity is not in the world, and it's not in how my friends or the people at school perceive me, but it is in Christ alone that I find my identity. My life now is so different. I feel like a completely different person than who I was. And those experiences, I wouldn't change them, because those experiences are what shaped me to who I am now. Or rather, I see it as a testimony of the goodness of God. And so now, I desire to love others in the same way that Christ has loved me. My relationship with Jesus has been a rock in my life. Even now, I don't know where I'm going to be in 5 years. I don't know what my hip condition will look like. But what I am certain of is that Jesus will still be with me. Everything that I've experienced in my life, all of the loneliness, all of the pain, He came to take all of that and to redefine it. I'm able to live my life because I have Jesus. Christ, in His sacrifice for me, has given me new life. And Jesus came for you too. Jesus came for all of us so that we can all have this hope in Him.